Well, good morning, everybody. This is Mike with Next 24. I hope you can hear me. Got a bit of an echo on at the moment. But we are at Trinity Fitness testing. There we are. Sheri, do you hear me? Try it now. There we are. There we are. All right. We are at Trinity Fitness. We are live and we are just having a little trouble logging on, but we are here now. I hope you can see us. This is a great day today. You can hear the music in the background. People are working out. They are jamming. There we go. We are live. This is Mike and Sheri with Next 24. We're doing the podcast here. We are at 3601 North 25th, Suite A. You can hear us. We are, as you can see, the music is jamming in the background. Just want to make sure we all are all set here. You're buffering. Give us just a minute. We're going to be testing everything out, make sure we're working okay. Yeah. All right. I see that we're working. Good morning, everybody. Again, this is Mike and Sheri from Next 24. We are live at Trinity Fitness over on 3601 North 25th. You can probably hear the music. They are jamming and working out, doing some CrossFit training exercises. This is a Christ-centered ministry that emphasizes both physical and fitness here, mind, body, and spirit. We'll be here for the next hour. We'll be interviewing people who have been working out and tell you all about Trinity Fitness today. Today's been an exciting day. Sheri and I will be at Barnes and Noble at 3 to 5 today, signing our book of Next 24. They'll have a group of authors available to sign books. But today is Trinity Fitness. And give them a quick overview. Again, their mission is to inspire people through group fitness to achieve their best physical and spiritual goals. They're located at 3601 North 25th Street in Lincoln, Nebraska. This is a community-focused, Christ-centered ministry that emphasizes both physical and fitness. They feature many things of battle classes. There's family fitness programs, small group programs. There's called a no sweat intro where you're available to come out and make a visit free of charge to get into a workout and they will meet you where you're at. And so you can get introduced here and get to know the people and get to see what this is all about. They have many different programs available. They have a drop-in schedule, a membership-only schedule. They are the coaches of the Extreme Center. I'm here now. Sheri was now here with me. Sheri's having trouble getting that set on, of course.
You gotta be, you gotta be smarter than the headphones. Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
All right.
As Matthew McConaughey says, all right, all right, all right, all right. I think we got this.
Yeah, what a beautiful background we're at. This behind us is their wall, their power wall, where you can come in and put your signature onto the wall, come out and do a workout where it says, an overcomer can powerful, be positive, and more to conquer and to achieve. Sheri, how you doing this morning?
I'm a little slow moving, but hey, I'm here,
Yep.
and I'll tell you what, I'm excited to be here. I am so overwhelmed by this gym. Because of their workouts, and we're sitting here watching one of their workouts that is very similar to CrossFit. I mean, these brave people are doing 1,000 box step ups. You've never done them. Let me tell you what. I don't know how they're going to be able to walk tomorrow. But it's just the whole atmosphere here is just amazing. Everybody's working hard and training and trying to achieve their goals, but just the feeling in here is, and the affirmations on the walls are just beyond the pale. You know, I know you can see the background behind us, but to the right of us, and we'll have to show you the rest of about 3/4 of the wall. Everybody that comes in here and works out gets to sign the wall, and that's pretty cool because that makes you feel like you've really accomplished something and like you're part of a really cool community.
Yeah, it was quite amazing when we came into town today. Didn't know where to find it. So, Sheri, can you tell everybody where is Trinity Fitness located?
Well, Mike, I'm going to have to pass that one over to
Now,
you. I can give you the address. It's 3601 North 25th Street in Detroit. Anybody can come in and do the workouts, do the group workouts for free, just so you can test it and see how you like it.
uh, as you can see here, they are working hard here. I'm going to move over to that screen. Oh, add to stage. There we go. This is the kind of gym you want to come to. This is a no judgment free zone area where you can come in and get tremendous workouts, build relationships, get to meet people, and really get to know about what life is all about: mind, body, and spirit.
Absolutely, Mike. And you know what? That's what makes this gym so unique because in Omaha and Lincoln, I don't know of a gym that concentrates on all three. Most of them just concentrate on your mind and your body, especially your body. But this one hits it out of the park with all three. I mean, the spiritual part is such an important part of the three. And I wish we could open one of these in Omaha.
Oh, absolutely, yes, yes. This, excuse me, yeah, this would be a lot of fun. This would be the kind of gym you'd want to have. They've got a lot of dumbbells over here. They got kettlebells. They've got racks. They've got squat racks.
Rowing machines, airdyne bikes. They've got wall balls. If you know what those are, they're kind of like medicine balls. You know, the box steps up. The box step ups. I'm telling you, I've done them before. I used to do CrossFit, and oh my gosh, what a leg workout! A leg and a rear end workout. If it doesn't tighten things up for you, you're not doing it right.
They've got about 10 people in here today doing 1,000 box steps.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. I've never done 1,000 in a row. And they are working hard. And, you know, when the weather's nice, it's nice because the gym there's a couple doors that are almost like garage doors and they open them. So you get fresh air. You can see the sunshine when the sun's out. I mean, it's just all around amazing. They've got the workout man over here to my left, you know, a lot of different measurements for tensions. You can do anything from light to really heavy for resistance bands. I mean, it's just I am really, really impressed. And I've been in a couple gyms, and this one I think kind of knocks it out of the water.
It's a very clean gym.
Oh man, and I'll tell you what, the people that run it are just, they're phenomenal. And you know that, Mike, did you talk about their mission at all?
No, why don't you go ahead and do that?
You know, their mission at this gym at Trinity Fitness is to inspire people through group fitness to achieve their best physical and their spiritual shape. You know, it's not, they talk about spiritual things, but you don't come in here and they don't stand up and preach a sermon. No, it's just they just empower you. If it's something that you're interested in, you have questions about, they're here to answer your questions about workouts, about nutrition, you know, and also about spiritual things. And that's refreshing. That's very, very refreshing. You know, they've got a their community focus is a Christ-centered ministry that emphasizes both physical fitness and spiritual growth. But if you are not a spiritual person, they don't push it on you. You know, it's not like you're going to walk in and they're going to hit you over the head with the Bible. Not by any means. You know, it's a choice and it's a personal choice. But they're here to talk to you about it if that's what you want to do. But if you don't, they accept you just like you are. It's one of those come as you are. You know, they've got, you know, there's so many features and they've got so many classes. You know, the classes are structured as group classes. You know, they've got segmented programs that focus on strength, endurance, and weightlifting. Um, you know, which all of that strengthens every muscle in your body. It's an all over body workout, much like CrossFit, but it's not 100% CrossFit. You know, they've even, the cool thing is they have family fitness programs. So you can bring your kids in. You can bring your kids in and start them young, teaching them how important it is to take care of their bodies.
Yeah, we invite you to come down today. Come down and make a visit at 35 or 3601 North 25th Street, Suite A. We're going to be here for the next couple hours.
And you guys, it's free. On Saturdays, it's free for you to come and check it out before you even think, you know, before you even sign up or spend any money or anything. You come and check it out. If you like it, hey, you know, it might be the place for you.
You can go to the website, trinityfitnesslincoln.com. You can check it out, all their programs, all their hours, when they're available, what pricing's available. By the way, this is a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
501, 503 or 501c nonprofit organization.
But that's being nonprofit. That's nice because it makes it a little more affordable, especially if you're looking into family programs where you can come as a family, work out together, and doing that is going to strengthen your family. It's going to strengthen your relationship as husband and wife, but also strengthen your relationship with your kids and as a whole family unit.
In a few minutes here, we'll have some people, as soon as our workout's over, they'll come on over to the table and join us. How we found out about them, we just happened to be looking online, and a gentleman recommended we look at Trinity Fitness for our show on 93.7 The Ticket. And so we had JC Massey on and James Taylor available, and they came on and did an excellent show. You can go to YouTube at 93.7 The Ticket and view that show if you'd like, and they'll tell you more about Trinity Fitness.
And we'll have Taylor Jones come over here and talk a little bit about what this is and about what the whole concept is. He is the one that the coach that kind of runs this place. He's in charge and coaches the fitness programs, and you know, he's just an amazing guy. He's got an amazing testimony. JC Massey worked side by side with him. You know, they were both on our show. JC has an amazing testimony how, you know, he went from point A to point B on a kind of a crazy path, but how this gym really, really made a difference in his life, both mind, body, and spirit. So we're hoping to get him over here to talk to you. I believe that we also have one of the top board members of this nonprofit group here today, and he's going to come over and share a little bit too. So we really want you guys to stay tuned, stay with us, and because I think we're going to have a whole lot of information and a whole lot of good interviews.
Yeah, this is really cool. This is neat to see. I see across the wall there where it says "Love God, Love" over on the wall. They've got a lot of affirmations.
Yep, love
Right.
God, love people. You know, God wants us to love people, and especially the things that are going on in the world now, especially this week after the election. I've been seeing so much on social media about, okay, some people are happy, some people are sad about the results of the election. But the point is, we are still all people, and we have to love on each other despite and in spite of our different ideologies and our different opinions. You know, we're all still a group, we're all still family, we're all still a community, and we're all still Americans.
Yep, back to Trinity Fitness. You can come out here just looking. If you go to their website, you can start at any level, whether a gym rat or a beginner. Anyone will feel comfortable at this gym. This is a gym of like-minded people. They encourage people of community who care about your success just as much as their own. Everyone is welcome. Their staff are members who believe in creating a friendly environment for people at all fitness levels. I think that's the thing, Sheri, at all fitness levels.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not intimidating. I mean, I'm one of those where I'll walk into the gym and I can get a little intimidated by some of the people in there and some of the attitudes of the people in some of these other gyms. But not here. I mean, as soon as we hit the door, they had started their workout, but everybody was so welcoming. Everybody greeted us even just with a smile while they were doing their thousand box step ups. I'm still blown away by doing 1,000 of these box step ups. I'm in awe of all of these people.
They have what they call battle classes. Their programs are purposely segmented to allow each individual the opportunity to focus on strength, endurance, and weightlifting.
And also creating healthy habits.
The idea they want fitness for the whole family, an energizing fitness program that they'll create. They'll do it for children. They'll do it for adults. The importance is to work out, to get to have fun and enjoy the sport.
Besides that, they play amazing tunes while you're working out. They play amazing tunes while you're working out.
Name that tune, Sheri.
Oh, that's easy. Eye of the Tiger from Rocky, Michael.
Yep.
That's a no-brainer. One of our favorites.
Sheri, why don't we take a quick break on this? Why don't you tell people where we're going to be this afternoon?
Oh, well, we've got a busy day, guys. But we have our second book signing today at Barnes and Noble over at South Point Mall here in Lincoln, and it's kind of a cool deal because Barnes and Noble here in Lincoln, they stock on their shelves all sorts of Nebraska writers, and they have a whole section that is local and Nebraska authors, and we are in that section. And they are doing an event today the first group is going from 11 to 1, I believe, 11 to 1 or 11 to 2. And then the second group is going from 2 to 5 or 3 to 5. And don't quote me on the times. We are in the second group, but they are doing book signings of all of the local and state authors. So they're all going to be there, including us. And we are super stoked about that. If you haven't bought our book yet, come on down there. We'll sign it for you. We're going to have a little bit of we're going to have a giveaway just for a little next 24 Pfizer. And it should be really fun. The staff at Barnes and Noble over there in South Point are amazing. I cannot say enough good about every single one of them. So come on down there this afternoon, guys. We would love to see you, especially some of our friends and family here in Lincoln that we haven't seen for a couple months. So come on down and see us. You don't have to buy a book, but it'd be great if you did. And that's where we'll be this afternoon. So, like they say on Price Right, come on down.
And Sheri, let's talk about tomorrow for a little bit. We've got a special show on 93.7 The Ticket.
Yeah, we do.
Who are we going to have?
Well, tomorrow we have the infamous Michael C. Severe. And if you're from Omaha or Lincoln, I know that you know Michael Severe. He started out in broadcast journalism. He was a news reporter on Channel 7 KTV for quite a few years. And I mean, he has just taken off like gangbusters. He now does a show, and correct me or make sure I'm just telling this right, Michael, but he's on Husker Wrap Up.
Big
Is
Red,
that-
Big
Big
Red
Red
Wrap
Wrap
Up.
Up.
That's-
Sorry, I said it wrong. Sorry, Michael.
That show's been on for 30 years.
Yes. Plus, he also
30 years.
Plus, Michael is also on the board and the group that facilitates Johnny Rogers the Jet Award every year. And he is on that board, and he does a lot of good on that board, as well as does Johnny. We had Johnny on our show a few weeks back. So we're really excited to have Michael on. But we're not just going to talk about the Huskers. We're not just going to talk about his journalism career. We're going to get to know Michael at a more of a personal level, a level that I don't think a lot of public realizes. We see these people on TV, we hear them on the radio, and I think we fail to realize that they have a personal life too. They have other interests besides what you hear and what you see on over the public airways. And Michael has got a lot to share. So tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. You can watch it on YouTube. You can listen to it on 93.7 radio. It's 93.7 The Ticket. It's also broadcast live on a lot of the social media platforms, including Facebook. And I think it's going to be a real cool show, Mike.
Oh, I do too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, getting back to Trinity Fitness, again, we're located here on, I want to make sure I got that right, 3601 North 25th Street. You can come on down, check it out today. Garage doors are open. It's really cool to see. But how do you get started? You can book a free consultation. They'll be the first. They'll give you a quick tour of the facilities, and then they'll sit down with you and talk about your goals and objectives and just give you a quick overview. There'll be a lot of common questions that they'll answer for you, and you'll feel very comfortable in doing it. Just come on down, you register, they'll work with you, and they'll work with you one-on-one with a coach if you do need it.
And we'll even let you, if you come on down and check it out, we'll let you come over to here to this table, and we'll let you get it on the radio and talk to us about it and about what you think about it. We'd love to meet you. I'm going to hold this up real quick. We're also having a giveaway where you can register to win this really cool nylon backpack. It's Trinity Fitness. So come on down and see us. We'd love to meet you. You don't have to come and work out, but just come down and check out what this is all about.
If you go online on their website, trinityfitnesslincoln.com, and look at the reviews, I'll read you a couple reviews here. First, it's one from ML says, first, I'm not just saying that this is okay. This place is amazing. It's a faith-based place there where people and I are straight up and don't know. Well, excuse me, let me read that again. It says, first, I'm not just saying this is okay. This place is amazing. It's a faith-based place. It's a great place for fitness to come down and get mentally and spiritually strong. I like comments like that, don't you, Sharon?
Oh, most definitely. And you know what else is really cool? A lot of CrossFit gyms, you have to go according to their program schedule because it's always all group taught classes. But the thing about this is they have some different classes. They have a drop-in schedule, which is flexible options for members to join classes without a long-term commitment. Then they have a members-only app, which is convenient access to their class reservations, schedules, and more. But the cool thing I like about this is they also offer an open gym, which is access to the gym facilities 24 independent workouts. So you don't have to join a class. You can come down here, if your work schedule or your kids' schedule or your social schedule, you can't make their class times. You can come down here and work out anytime and do your own thing. And believe me, with all of the equipment they have here, you would easily be able to get in a great workout without doing a group class. And a lot of gyms don't offer that. A lot of CrossFit gyms don't offer that. They've got an experienced team of coaches. The head coach, Mr. Aaron McLean, is one of their main coaches. You've also got Marilyn Stevenson, Jamie Stevenson, Taylor Jones, who's here today, Tim Kriz, and I hope I'm saying his name right, Hunter Howell, and Ann Bennett. So you have male and female coaches, or once again, you can come down here and do your own independent workout. It doesn't matter. They don't limit you. And that's what I really, really like, because we're all so busy these days that we have to fit in a workout whenever it works for our schedules. These trainers they're very passionate about this, but they're also very knowledgeable. They're dedicated to helping their members reach their goals.
And I believe many of the trainers volunteer as well.
Oh, absolutely. And the other thing I like is this is a place where when you meet your goals, they celebrate like no other. It's just like a big party. I believe they have a bell that you ring every time you hit a one of your PRs, which is a personal record. So that means you've gone further than you've gone before. You've lifted weights heavier than what you've lifted before. You get to go over and ring that bell, and everybody cheers and claps, and it's fun. And it keeps you motivated.
Sheri, tell us again where we're going to be this afternoon.
This afternoon, when we leave here, we're going to hurry up and change our clothes. And we're going to head on over to Barnes & Noble at South Point for a state/local book signing for all state and local authors, which is just amazing because Barnes & Noble is nationwide. But the Barnes & Noble here in Lincoln focuses on local authors. We had a book signing there before, and they were just stellar. They treated us like royalty. Today, it's going to be all throughout the day, it's going to be all Nebraska authors and local authors. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this. I think it's going to be really fun, really cool. Plus, we're getting into the holidays. So if you have people to buy for that are book lovers, there's going to be all sorts of books available. All of the authors are going to be signing the books that they wrote, including us. And so if you've been thinking about buying our book, which is called Next 24 Next 24, Michael, help me out.
Discover your happiness and true joy while you create a legacy.
I do know the name of our book, folks. I just haven't had enough coffee. But, if you've been thinking about buying our book, and by the way, in our book, it's not just a book. There's also a workbook in the back where you can work with. And I really think they would make really great Christmas gifts. So come on down and check it out.
Also, they have some giveaways here today.
Yes.
They have a Trinity workout bag. You can come in and you come down, by the way. They've got protein drinks. They've got protein powder available behind the counter. Boy, this is just a really cool environment. I did not know this existed till about a month ago. I don't think everybody in Lincoln knows it's here, but this is worth checking out. This is worth coming to see. The thing I like, Sheri, the most is the people.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you what, we were so blessed to be able to get to know Taylor Jones and JC Massey. And once again, I'm going to say it again and repeat myself, but when they were on our radio show at 93.7 The Ticket, which by the way, our radio show is called What's Next on Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. But if you're not up that early or you're going to church at that time, you can go back on YouTube and watch it because it's not just radio and talking, it's also visual. So it's all videoed live, and then you can go on YouTube, look up 93.7 The Ticket, and hit all of the shows that that radio station offers, including our show.
I'm going to take a few quick pictures here so I can post them. I'll post them later today so that you can see some more activities. But go to the website of trinityfitnesslincoln.com. Take a look at it, read more, get registered. Come on down, do a free workout. There's no pressure here. That's not about gym memberships. It's not about that. This is about a relationship with your mind, body, and spirit. Sheri,
And community.
and community. Sheri, let's shift a little bit about this. There's a very strong um, component here about a relationship with God, a personal relationship with the Lord
Yep.
at Trinity Fitness. Now they don't push it. They don't push this on you.
No.
This is not a requirement. This is not demanding.
They don't push
But-
you to go to a church. They are affiliated with the church, but they don't push you to go to church. They
That's
don't, once
correct.
again, they don't hit you over the head with the Bible, so to speak. They offer to you. If you need prayer, they're there for you. If you don't, they're not going to push it on you. But you know, it's one thing that I have found in my journey and my path. And believe me, I've had a long, as the song says, a long and winding road. However, one thing I learned a long time ago, there's a huge difference between between religion and a relationship. A religion, if you look it up and over, just because you have to and it's expected. Relationship with God is like a relationship with your spouse, with your children, you know, with your friends. Relationship is a whole different ballgame. And let me tell you what, it is way, way more beneficial than that religion part. And you know, I go to church, I've gone to church for years and years. But when I'm closest to God is when I'm just talking to him. And I don't mean I fold my hands and bow my head and say, you know, thee, thou, and go, oh Father. No, I talk to him like I'm talking to my best friend. I have times when I get mad at him. I have times when I shake my fist at him. But you know what? He still loves me and he still provides for me. And I'm sure sometimes he even laughs at me. But, you know, that's the difference. If you don't know the difference, reach out to us. Reach out to somebody you know. Reach out to your local church or reach out to somebody here at Trinity Fitness.
Well, you know, Sheri, that reminds me. Why did we write this book, Next 24? Why did we write that?
Well, Michael, part of the reason we wrote it is because so many people, including ourselves, were in a really dark place for 1,000 different reasons. You know, it kind of started for you during COVID. It started for me after going through a horrible, horrible abusive divorce. Found myself in some really dark places. And you know, you have a choice when you reach that crossroads. You can curl up in a fetal position and crawl in your bed, put the covers over your head, and cease to function and cease to live. But that's not what God wants for us. And so we wanted to offer some practical advice. Mike and I are not counselors, but when we do believe in counseling, it is so beneficial for people. But you also, when you walk out of that counseling office, you need some practical things, that little things that you can do every day to keep your mindset right, to keep your spiritual growth and your spiritual life right. And you know, and to keep your health and your body going. It all three of them go together. And we wanted to give people hope. We wanted to give them some practical suggestions of things they can do within a 24-hour period to continue to move forward down that path.
Also, what our focus too is just we want people to have a happy life.
Absolutely.
Get back to having a happy life.
Yeah.
Feeling that life is going good and you're happy economically, career wise, family wise, and that you're on the right path
And if you,
of work instead of being depressed and
Yes.
stressed out and having bad days. We want to stack good days, not bad days.
and if you've lost so many people now because of so many different reasons, have lost their joy, they've lost their hope, and they feel like they're forgotten about. This helps you take baby steps to find your joy again, to discover your hope again,
Yep.
to know that you can move forward. You don't have to move backwards just because you're in a bad situation.
So come on down to Trinity Fitness in Lincoln. Check this place out. Add this to your routine in life. You will be so happy that you did this. This is unlike any other gym that I've seen in Lincolnshire.
Or Omaha, or the surrounding area.
No, most gyms are there to gather memberships. Well, I get that, and that is a focus for growth in a business. This is a little bit more than that. This is located at 3601 North 25th in Lincoln, Nebraska. Come on down where it's a Christ-centered ministry that emphasizes both physical fitness and spiritual growth. Boy, when's the last time you heard a gym talk about that, Sheri?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching, and good grief, our good friend JC Massey,
Oh,
he did his 1,000, and bless his heart, he's doing this actually with an injury. He tore his plantar fasciitis, and if you're medical, you know how painful and what a severe injury that is. But he has started to go back and keep up with his fitness. He's babying. I'm watching him right now. He's babying that bad leg, but he's still
he's
pushing
still
through.
making the steps, though. He's still
Yes, and he
making the
got done
steps.
with his, and then the two people who still had some to do, he has walked over to each one of them, and he has worked alongside of them to encourage them to finish to get to 1,000. And people, that is community. That is a good coach. That is a good mindset.
Sheri, I'm going to step away and see if I can get some of these members to come over here and talk to you. Why don't you continue and tell us where we're going to be today and who's our guest tomorrow? I will be right back.
That sounds like a plan, Mike. Hurry back. And while you're out there, maybe do a couple push-ups.
I know.
Show them how to do it, Coach Mike. Yeah, you guys, this place is so cool. Once again, I would love nothing more than for God to provide the finances and for us to work with this group to get a nonprofit status and start a facility like this. It is so needed. I know that Omaha is inundated with a lot of gyms, a lot of CrossFit places, but not community like this is. This is true community. And it touches my heart and it touches the spirit as I sit here and watch these people, and everybody is helping each other. They're getting towards the end of their workout. Um, you know, what they do here, it builds confidence and good habits. They help members develop healthy habits and systems that work for long-term fitness. And it's amazing. They assist their members in achieving their specific fitness goals and improve their own.
Can I know it's a little uncomfortable? Sheri, there you go.
Now, Michael, I told you that you're the one who needed to interview the head honch. But this poor guy's going to be stuck with me. Oh. All right, first of all, we are going to let you introduce yourself and what you do here.
Okay. My name is Jamie Stevenson. I'm the board chair. I've been on the board for several years, and we've been at Trinity Fitness, my family and I, for 5 years, ever since we moved to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Now, are you the one that was one of the original?
No. The guy who started it is Nate. Yeah, he moved a couple of years ago. Him and his family planted a church in Colorado.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. Well, how did you slide into this? How did you get on the board? Tell us your story.
So I'm from Georgia, born and raised.
Don't tell us.
No. I lived in the same house my entire life, and then just we had some friends move out here, and my wife was getting ready to decide that she wanted to go to nurse anesthesia school, and so yeah, we've been. What's that?
I'm a former nurse.
Okay.
So I'm all about nursing and
Yeah.
medical.
Yeah. And so we decided, man, we're going to move. We're going to move where we have some relationships. We come and visited our friends out here.
Oh, good.
And so we knew there was no school in the close to where we were back home. And so we decided, man, we're going to move where we have some relationships. And so we moved out here. Our friends had moved out here and planted a church. And so we started coming. Nate was a part of the church at the time. And so my friend was like, hey, you got to meet this guy. So we'd been coming for 5 years, once a year, and it just never worked out that he was at the church the Sunday that we were visiting.
Yeah.
And so in 5 years, I had never met him. And so the month before we moved, we came and we're looking for somewhere to live and met Nate. And he's like, yeah, man, come check out the gym. And so probably within the first 2 weeks we were here, we were
sold.
Yeah.
Result. You know what I'm telling you? I mean, Mike and I have been saying, I mean, when we talked to JC and we talked to Taylor on the radio show, I was like, I'm in. I mean, if you ever move back to Lincoln, I'm in. But I mean, when I was saying this, when Mike got up, it's like, I would love it if God would provide the money and the finances for us to start running.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it would take off like gangbusters.
Yeah.
Like gangbusters, especially the faith part, especially the faith part, the community part. And but the other thing I like is you walk in here and and we've been telling people, don't be afraid to come in just because it's faith-based.
Right.
You walk in, people don't hit you over the head with the Bible.
Right.
They don't grab you and say, hey, you're going to get saved before you leave here.
Right.
It is so low key, but the facts that, Taylor and JC said, we're here for you when you come into our gym. If you need prayer, we're here.
Yeah.
We're not going to force you.
Yeah.
Now, you said you planted the church here that's in front of you?
My friends.
Your friend.
My friend did. And we're not necessarily connected. They've just been super supportive over the years with prayer, finances, and they've been a sponsor for a long time. So
wow. And this is also a nonprofit.
Yes.
Which I think is the only nonprofit gym I've ever heard.
Me too.
And do you know what the mindset or the purpose was to starting the gym but making it a nonprofit organization?
So Trinity Fitness is actually a national brand. They're based out of Florida. And so Nate had gotten hooked up with those guys who started down there. And there's about 13 or 14, I think, now across the country. There's just a few out west here. There's us. There's Kansas, Colorado, and Arizona.
Wow. Oh, there's one in Arizona. Where in Arizona?
I believe it's around Phoenix.
Okay. My best friend, Shannon, I hope you're listening. My best friend lives in Phoenix, and she's been looking for a gym. She was very active and she was a personal trainer.
Okay.
And so she just moved back to Phoenix after a lot of bumps in the road. And so yeah, Shannon, I hope you're listening. We're gonna have a little chat later. But the whole premise of this, I keep saying this and using this phrase, but it blows me out of the water. I mean, you walk in here. I mean, we belong to a gym in Omaha, and I love that gym. We belong to Hotworks in Omaha. When Mike lived here and we were kind of going back and forth between Omaha and Lincoln, we belong to a gym here. We belong to Hotworks here. I mean, good grief, I've got like 4 gym little things to clock in on my keychain. And I love them all. They all were great. But when we walked through these doors this morning, you could feel the difference. You could feel, even though we didn't talk to anybody at Taylor because they were just starting the workout, just the people smiling at you, the people, you could just tell they were welcoming you in. And you don't always want to go by feelings, but this just felt good.
Yeah.
I love the affirmations. I love the scriptural affirmations. I love the scripturals. I mean, love God, love people, especially after what this country has gone through the past week.
Yeah.
And the ugliness you've seen, but we're still people. We're still God's people.
Right.
And, we've got to love each other. This hate thing has got to stop. Now I'm going to get off my political soapbox.
Well, that's
But-
one thing we focused on is, especially at churches, like is the election a big deal? Yes. But from a kingdom standpoint, are we still going to have our witness at the end of the day after all this, when the election's over, to
Thank
be
you.
able to witness to people, to love on people? Are they going to hear what we have to say
Yeah,
if we've been, because of our political stance?
absolutely. Because you can't go out there, and most of it is on social media, but you can't go out there and say, oh, yeah, I love Jesus and I'm a believer, and then turn around and post these nasty memes about
Right.
the other side, whatever your side is, or about, the issues and that kind of thing, because it's just, then you're just turning into a hypocrite, and that's one of the things that a lot of people who aren't believers pounce on. So we have to up our game. We as believers have to up our game on this. And, I love that. And I want you to tell me a little bit, because you said, your family got involved. I love the fact, and I'm standing here not standing, but I'm sitting here right now looking at a family that just came in to meet God. I don't know if they're all going to work out, but I love that you guys have a, where did I see it? The family fitness programs, because the majority of the gyms that I have been with don't have that,
Right.
where the families can come in, where the kids can come in and do things that are conducive to their growing mind. I mean, it's so important being in medical and having kids, when you bring the kids in, you have to be a little careful about what they're doing in their workouts, because they still have growth plates. They still
Right.
have muscles that are developing. I've seen people that are working their kids with weights like an adult, and I don't think they know the damage that they can do. But this just seems like such, everything has just fallen in place here. And it's, this is something you can bring your family to, put your phones down,
Right.
and, do this together. Whether it's your family or whether it's, you as a husband and wife, to strengthen that relationship, because working out together, I think, is really big
That's what I
too.
love about group fitness, is you can come in and hang out, spend time with people, but the coach is there to keep you kind of moving, work out,
Absolutely.
but still be able to hang out a little bit and
Yeah.
have some conversation with people. That's why I just love the format of a group
Now,
fitness class and functional fitness.
do you and your wife coach here? Did I see your name when I listed out the coaches?
I used to. I've stepped back recently, earlier this year, and I'm actually working at the church now. I'm one of the staff pastors.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
For you.
And but my wife still coaches. We've been coaching for several years.
Wow. Wow. And did you, I see a lot of things that come across my Facebook pages about being a, paying $6,000 and $7,000 to be a fitness coach. And I mean, is that something that you had to do, or you worked out and you just knew what to do and you just stepped in? And
I have done functional fitness and then CrossFit in the past for probably a little over 10 years. So I did learn a lot.
yeah,
But Trinity has their own
Graham?
program that they send their trainers through.
Wow, that's very cool. That is very, very cool. I mean, I keep going back to this. I keep telling Mike after we met Taylor and JC, it's like, I want to start with this no more. I want to start with this no more. We don't have the finances, but we're gonna pray them in.
Yeah. Well,
Because
we can hook you up with the people at headquarters that do that, and we start the conversation, see what it would look like. And
yeah,
details.
yeah, we've had a rough year. Had a rough year. I mean, and I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I know some people from our radio show know a little bit. I don't detail it a lot because it's still pretty fresh and beautiful, but I had a special needs daughter that was also medically fragile. She had a very rare genetic disease in her brainstem, which was progressive, but no treatment and no cure, not even no prognosis. They couldn't even tell me what to expect. She was that she always was just had some developmental disabilities from 3 to 14, but then this thing reared its ugly head, and we got the diagnosis. And she did good for years and years. I mean, in our lifetime, it was, in her lifetime, when we would have our follow-up MRIs and stuff stable, we would jump up and down and celebrate. And we had one time there was progression to a different part of the brain. It affected the gross motor skills, started, ended up in a wheelchair more. And then it progressed and progressed to the point where then I was too beating her, had to quit my job, full-time caregiver. But we were still doing good. And she was such a joy, such an angel, never had a bad word for anybody. I mean, truly, truly God sent. He used her more than I've seen him use anybody. However, at the end of February, she got a virus and dehydrated a little bit, ran her into ER, and they're like, we're not sure what's going on. We can't find anything. Admitted her to ICU. Next day, she's out. Her blood work stabilizing. Gave her tube feeding. She was communicating. My 2 older daughters came up and said, "Hey, go home and sleep, Mom. We haven't slept in 3 days." 3 hours later, they're calling me hysterical. "Mom, you need to get up here." They're literally running her up to ICU. She quit breathing. They're putting her on vent. She was on a vent for 2 weeks. And during that 2 weeks, ran every test under the sun, couldn't find anything. I finally pushed them to check the brain, which is hard to do when you're on a vent. She was still communicating. She still had brain pattern, the whole thing throughout all this. Did the brain MRI. Sure enough, a lot of inflammation in that brain stem. Something was going on there. We waited another week to see if things calmed down. They did calm down enough to tell us that the disease had progressed to the part of the brain that tells you to breathe. 2 choices: give her a trach, which she would need a vent, and she would be laying in bed the rest of her life in skilled nursing. I could not do that to her, and so our other choice was take her off the vent, which we did. Now, that being said, the state paid me to take care of her. And I lost my baby, I lost my job. You want to talk about testing? You want to talk about holding on to your faith? We've been doing that for months. But, God has been so good through all this. And, one of the things that we talk about that we facilitate in our book and stuff is that you can, when you have things that hit you hard in life, you can curl up in a fetal position, put the covers over your head, and just lay there day by day and get sucked up in that depression and anxiety. But you have to keep pushing through. You have to keep going. And, so we are very strong. We believe in prayer. We've seen God move so much since all this happened. Some days it's like, okay, God, I know you're there, but could you come down here, please, and tell me what you got planned? But it's about having goals and having dreams and finding your happiness and finding your true joy through your faith and through little things that you can do day by day to get you through that day, to get you through that next 24 hours, because it's not going to happen overnight. Sometimes God is testing you to see if you're truly going to trust him. Sometimes it's attack to see if you're, from the other side, to see if, are you really going to trust your God like you say you do? You're gonna walk the walk that you're talking. So I mean, as far as doing something like this in Omaha, it would be totally God. Right now, today, it would be a testimony. But once again, we're believing because you guys out there, I'm telling you, you have to come in and see this place. You have to try it. It is so different, I promise you, than any gym you've ever been in. And I hate the word feeling, but when you walk through here, you feel it. You feel it in here. You feel it in here. You feel it in your mind. And it is the coolest place. Now, what what can you say to the people out there about this? What can you throw out there as far as the path that you walk to get from point A to sitting here next to us talking about Trinity Fitness?
Well, talking in front of people is not my favorite thing to do, but
Get used to it. I think I kind of feel this right here. God's going to move you out in ways that they're going to surprise you, where you're going to say,
Yeah.
this isn't what I do.
yeah, yeah, we just really want people to feel welcome, whether they're a Christian or not. Whatever your motivation to come is, if it's the faith-based community, come on and hang out. If you want to come and work out with us for the community, come on and hang out. That's fine too. Like you said, we're not forcing people to get saved. We do a Devo at every class
Right.
as an encouragement. And one of my favorites that I heard is we had one of our trainers years ago, and I still remember, is the self-talk. How am I talking to myself? You know, we don't want other people to talk down to us,
Absolutely.
but how much do we talk down to ourselves?
So I love that, because that is, I just told that to somebody this week. Quit telling yourself how bad you are.
Right,
Quit kicking yourself.
right.
You know, I've been there, done that. I'm the best one at kicking
Right.
myself.
Quit looking at social media and looking at everybody's highlight reel and then thinking about all the negative things in your life.
Right.
There's always good and bad. Am I just going to continue to count the good things, the blessings in my life, or am I going to focus on the negative things?
Right. Absolutely. And you know, I'm gonna do a couple name drops here, because to our radio show on 93.7 The Ticket, we've got to know a couple former high school football players, and they're older, and a couple of them has just recently started working out again. I don't know what Jim's thinking, but I'm going to shout out right now to Mr. Des Moines Adams, because I've been seeing you hitting the gym a little bit. But especially, I'm going to shout out to Mr. Aaron Davis. AD, I've been watching your reels. You're working out. You're kicking rear end. But come here and try this some Saturday morning and see what you think. You know, bring the family. Bring your wife. Bring Naya. He's got the most beautiful daughter you will ever want to meet. I want to adopt her. I just tell her, Mom and Dad don't want you anymore. You're mine. You know, come out here and check this out, you guys. I think you guys would be very, very surprised. Eric Strickland, just come and check it out, for crying out loud. You know, it might be a cool thing to add to what you're already doing with your workout. And, you know, but I do have to say, these guys all the guys I just mentioned, they're amazing. And a couple of them have started working on their fitness goals again.
Right.
You know, as you get older, you get kind of like, you know, and I'm super busy and I don't have time. I know Aaron, he goes and he does a lot of motivational speaking, but I've been really impressed with seeing him on social media about he's starting to work hard again in the gym and hitting the weights and stuff. But I just can't find enough words to tell you people, come and check this out. You know, if Mike and I ever move back, not that we're the end all be all that you need to listen to what we do, but if we ever move back here, this is going to be our new gym. This is going to be our new gym. I've done CrossFit in the past. We do a lot of cardio, and we also do a lot of weightlifting and stuff. Of course, the past few months we've been hit and miss with all the things we've been dealing with in life, but we would definitely, this would be our place. This would be our place. And it's stellar. Now, I'm gonna do really quick because somebody else wants to come and talk. But we do this on a radio show. I'm gonna give you like a minute or two. I want you to talk to the Lincoln community. You say what's on your heart as far as all this and what you want them to hear.
Yeah. Well,
take it away.
Come visit us. We're here on Saturday mornings, 9:00. It's Free Community Saturday, and we just have fun. It's usually a group workout, a partner workout, hang out, meet somebody. But we just want to build relationships with people. We want to help people be healthy inside and out. And we just want to encourage people. We want to be in relationship with people and just be able to do this fitness life together. We have fun. We enjoy it. Like you said, I bring my family. My family's been working out with us for my wife, my girls, and we work out together. And I know a fear most people have is like, I have to get in shape before I come to the gym. I have to get in shape before I do functional fitness.
Yes.
And what I really love about here is like, we're going to coach you, we're going to teach you, but also if there's not a movement you can do, whether that's because it's a new movement and you're not really good at it, maybe it's complex, or maybe you've got an injury, or maybe you've got a limitation, let's adjust.
I look like JC here.
Yeah. and as we get older, there's certain things that just don't move like it used to.
Right.
And so I've got several things, and so I come in and look at the workout, and okay, I can tweak this and do this, and I can't do this, but I can do this.
Right.
And so we just want people to be able to come in and get a workout. If you're new, maybe the volume's too much. Let's make some adjustments so that your first experience back in the gym for a while, or maybe ever, isn't the worst thing and you hate it.
Right.
Just come and have fun.
Right. And it doesn't matter your age.
No, right. We just want people to move, like, really. And if it's not the exact same that's on the board, all of us are, usually making some adjustment to weight, or
Right.
maybe the like today we did Chad's 1,000 step ups, which is a lot.
Oh man, I'm
And
telling you, I couldn't believe it.
we can adjust the height of the box. We can scale down the reps. We can, we're just together doing a workout together and cheering each other on.
Right. Absolutely. Oh, it was such a pleasure to talk to you. And we've talked, in about 6 months, we'd like to have JC and Taylor back on. When we do that, we would love, depending on the church schedule, we'd love to have you come with them if you would like to.
Yeah.
But we'll reach out to them and they can reach out to you. And we'll probably friend you on Facebook so we can keep in touch.
Sounds good.
And and then we'll just go from there. But it was, my gosh, it was such a pleasure.
Yes. Thank you
Such
so
a
much.
pleasure. You
for
guys
being here
get
today.
your rear ends down here. Thank you so
Check
much.
us out. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. All right.
Stay there.
You.
No, that's all right.
We're going to switch out chairs when we're Sheri get another one.
No, I'm gonna let you talk to the next one.
All right. Hang on a minute.
We got your chairs breaking down.
Oh, we're going to use this bench.
Oh, okay, guys. Stay tuned. We're just changing a little bit of a location. Well, I lied. We're changing chairs out. So hold on just a minute. Bear with us. Okay.
Yep, we're just switching chairs out. Sheri, you can probably leave that for me.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
He's too busy.
All right, guys. Now, here's the big surprise. Mike went to talk to somebody, but I swear he's coming right back and he's going to do this interview. Sorry about the downtime there. Hold on.
Thank you, Sheri.
You're welcome, Michael.
Back. I might grab this corner.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're good. All right.
Here.
All right, we're back. We're back. So we're playing chairs here. We should have used the benches before. Well, welcome back to Next 24. And what we're doing today, we're here at Trinity Fitness Live. I was here with a special guest. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us all about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Hunter Howell. I've been coming to the gym. I'm right up here, signed on the wall, since 2020. When I first started coming to the gym, I was not a Christ follower. I did not want anything to do with that. But what helped break down those walls is walking in here. I felt like I belonged right away.
Mhm.
And so a lot of those initial walls broke down. And as I sat here on this floor listening to people give their devotionals and whatnot, I continued to break down those walls. And
Well, let's back up a little bit. A couple weeks, I found out about the Trinity Fitness through JC Masson.
okay, yeah.
JC gave me his testimony, told me the things he went through. And I thought, wow, that's quite a deal to go through that. And I offered, why don't you come on our show on Sundays on What's Next on 93.7 The Ticket, where our show talks about it's a show meant to uplift people. If the listeners are feeling down, lost, nowhere to go, just maybe life isn't working out right for them, that you just need a little help.
Yes.
Tell us your story before. Were you going through anything like that a little bit? just life's
Yeah.
struggle?
Through high school, it was a bit of a struggle. I really didn't have a whole lot of friends, and so I really quickly convinced myself that life was meant to be done alone, and so that's how I live my life. Especially with my family, I pushed them away, and I tried to move as far away as possible. I went to South Dakota State from Brookings, South Dakota. It was far enough away where I was like, well, it was close enough to where I could come back home if I
Right.
needed to, right?
Right.
Because I knew in the back of my mind I still needed them, and I came home. I moved to Lincoln because I dropped out after a year and a half. I didn't really pay attention a whole lot at school, and I I started working at this place called Performance Physical Therapy, and there was a gal there named Michaela Gay. She's the one who started this gym. Her and her husband Nate Gay, and for a year she invited me to Trinity Fitness over and over and over. Finally, I said yes. I said fine, I'll go.
I'll go.
I'll go. Right. I don't want to do any of the Jesus stuff. I don't want to do any of the uplifting stuff. I just want to go and I just want to work out. That's all I want to do.
Did that turn you off at first?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Very much so. Very, very much so. And again, when I walked through that door, it felt like everyone knew me for 10 years. I was loved.
Yeah.
I belonged. People wanted to be my friend. They wanted to work out next to me. They wanted to know my story. They were just interested in me. And I sat down on this floor, like I said, and I just listened to people's stories, you know. People give their devotionals, which is just a little bit of their testimony.
And how long you been a member?
Since 2020.
Since 2020.
Since 2020. And so it took me about a year or two to really buy into Trinity Fitness and really become who Christ has called me to be, and really start to see the things in my life that are actually detrimental.
How'd that change your life?
Man, since saying yes to Christ and actually like finding fulfillment in something that's sustainable, he's given me everything that I thought was not even possible. He's given me a wife. He's given me friends. He's given me a reason to live. He's given me, like I said, everything that I didn't think was even possible for me.
Tell me, before that happened, what did you not know? I found out I didn't know a lot about the Bible. I mean,
Yeah.
we hear about it, but what I'm getting at is we get so stressed out in our daily lives on earth and the life and what's going on and television and materialism. And I'm fine with all that. I believe, that's how we live, isn't
Yeah.
it? But I noticed in my own self that when we get pulled distracted, we don't put God in the center of our life.
Oh,
That's my
100%.
that
Yeah.
was my
Oh yeah.
awakening. Is
Oh yeah.
my goodness, I make decisions and
Yeah.
God's not even a part of that decision.
100%. The thing is society tells you have to do everything on your own because
Yes.
you can't trust anybody. And so you try to do all these things out of your own strength, and you're only so strong, you know, and you can only hold up so much weight before you succumb to the pressure of the weight that's on top of you. And that's when anxiety and depression and all that sort of stuff um, that the world wants you to, I don't know.
Well, let's start with the mind.
Yeah.
How's that changed the way you think and your habits, daily habits?
Yeah, every day I wake up and I say just a little prayer, and I thank God for just for giving me a new life and a new mind, that I don't struggle with anxiety and depression anymore, that he's given me people around me that if that stuff creeps back in, I can reach out in a moment's notice and they'll respond and they'll uplift me.
And by doing that, how has it changed your body?
Oh my goodness. Before Christ, I would eat mac and cheese every single day.
Yeah, I
Seriously.
love mac and cheese.
Seriously, that's all I'd eat because it was cheap. It was fulfilling for me, but I've learned that I need to not only feed my body the correct way,
Yeah.
both physically but also spiritually, to be able to feel light and feel free.
How has it changed you spiritually?
Well, again, I can't go a day without wanting to
Yeah.
be in a place like this, or be in a place where I'm being uplifted or uplifting somebody. Um,
From your past, have you been able to let whatever bothered you go?
it's a process.
It is a
It's a
process.
process. I'd say
It is a
I'd
process.
say there's still some things I'm working on, but I'd say
Yeah.
yeah, some things
Yeah.
I've worked through completely. Yeah.
I noticed that once I really realized I started list if you develop or create a daily routine.
Yeah.
I mean, I read books or I listen to some motivational tapes. This is old school, but I listen to a lot of Billy Graham stuff.
Okay.
That's how I grew up. But he had a message that was simple.
Yeah.
Was that we're all sinners.
Yeah.
And that we need to repent our sin.
Yeah.
And understand the meaning of the cross, what blood meant, the death on the cross meant when
Yeah.
Jesus died on that cross for us.
Yeah.
And it gives us an opportunity for eternal life.
Yeah.
But there's one thing we must do is accept.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me.
Yeah.
That simple message.
And I like it's almost a change of mindset. And instead of a routine, I like to call it a rhythm. 'Cause I feel like when you're going through a routine, it's very
like
easy to
I like
go through the motions sometimes.
that. Yes, it
Really.
is.
And
It
so sometimes you have to change up your rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, and for some people they could call it routine, that's fine. It's
No.
just that's been my conviction, you know,
I've
from the
never heard
Lord.
it
And
that
so
way. I
right,
love that.
right. And so it's a daily rhythm, and sometimes that
rhythm.
looks like waking up and reading, praying, texting a buddy, or whatever it may be. Yeah.
Well, do you ever find yourself off rhythm?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I love that. I'm
100%.
going to use that
100%.
rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So what's your plans for the future now? Now that what has this done for you to maybe sharpen your goals for the future?
I haven't had anybody ask me that in a long time. That's a great question. I think I'm gonna be present in every moment,
There you
wherever
go.
I'm at, wherever God places me, and I'm gonna come at it with a different angle. Um, that it's not about myself, and it's not about other people per se, but it's about showing God through my actions, so other people can experience the things that I've also experienced.
That's fantastic. Tell me a little bit about you, uh, the people after you that you've seen people come into this gym. Do you see them come in a little broken?
Oh yeah, it's there's so many people that walk in here that walk in broken, but they don't know. Just like I didn't know why I kept coming
Exactly.
back,
You didn't
but
know.
they kept coming back and they kept coming back because there was that belief that they didn't really realize, and it slowly over time just started to change them.
Tell us about the wall behind us.
Oh my goodness. When you come to the wall and it's your first time, you get the opportunity to sign the wall. This is a wall that lets people know all the people that we had the opportunity to impact with the gospel. Some people have been here for a day, some people have been here for, man, since the beginning. Like Taylor Jones, he's our FD. He's been here since the very, very beginning of this place. And so it's nice, and being able to look at this wall and see the names that don't come here anymore because they've moved on. They're in different states
Yep.
or whatnot.
Changing their lives, doing
different points
things.
in life. Yeah. Yeah.
We're about ready to wrap up. I'm going to give you the mic so that you can say anything you want to the community from your heart. What would you want to tell the community about Trinity Life Fitness?
You don't really know unless you try, right? A lot of people are very quick to be like, oh no, I don't want to do that, or no, that sounds displeasing, but you never know unless you try.
Exactly.
And
I
so
love that.
I would say give it a shot, try it out in a legitimate way, and see what it does to your life.
How do you tell people to find more information about Trinity Fitness and how can they come down?
Yeah, you can find us on social media. You can find us here in the north side of town. We're on 27th and Fairfield, right by Spike's Beach Bar and Grill. We're and so what we like to tell people, especially on Saturdays, is when you come work out on Saturday, you can hop right over there, and it's really good food. But yeah, Saturdays are at 9 a.m. Always free.
And if somebody wanted to reach out to you,
Yeah.
are you available?
100%.
How can they contact you?
100%. Yeah, when they can out to us on social media, or even if they come here for the first time, we like to give people our phone numbers,
That's
so
excellent.
that way they
Good.
can reach out to us, especially if they're going through something.
Makes them feel
Yeah.
welcome, appreciated.
Yeah.
And without judgment.
Correct.
I want to say that too, about
Correct.
without judgment. Well, this has been a wonderful day today. It's been great to be out here at Trinity Fitness, Mike and Sheri doing our podcast. This afternoon, we'll be out at Barnes and Noble from 3 and 5 to a book signing. So please come on out. Tomorrow, we'll 93.7 the ticket at 7 a.m. We'll have Michael L. Severe from Omaha down, and he's going to tell us his journey in broadcasting. So we'll see you later, and thank you, and have a great day.